Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, feel welcomed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future content. Now today guys, we're going to be looking at internal controls in an audit perspective. So we're going to define what an internal control is or what internal controls are. We're going to look at the components of internal controls and also look at internal controls in the actual environment and how they are applied. Internal control is a process in an organization which ensures operational efficiency and effectiveness so that we can achieve reliable financial reporting and compliance with the relevant laws and regulations, even policies. It involves everything in an organization that controls the risk to an organization, because no matter what kind of an organization that you may be in, there's always risks that a certain organization face, and they differ from organization to organization or from company to company. Internal controls are affected by the people in the company. It is not only the sole responsibility of management to implement those controls. Even the employees, guys in lower management, and your basic guys are also responsible for implementing those controls. It is not foolproof. Just like any audit risk that you can find, there is no one single control that can mitigate that risk in that operational environment. So this is just one of the ways to try to mitigate or lower the risk. Like I said, these risks differ from organization to organization. So components of the internal control include risk assessment. This will obviously differ from organization to organization. This is where we look into detail what specific risks the organization is facing. It could be external, it could be internal risk, which could result maybe from staff stealing the trading inventory, stealing monies in the business, those kind of things. So this is the thing that we look at. We also have control activities, we have information and communication, monitoring processes, and the control environment. So all these internal control programs are put in place by the entity to reduce the risk of company resources or organization resources from being stolen or being used in a wasteful manner. So this is why we put all these things together. So for example, in a control environment, in a practical sense, right? This one really resonates with me because I was a cashier at one point in my life. So as a cashier, when you usually gonna have more than one cashier at a retail store, I used to have my own username, my own unique username, which was not known by management or any other person. We were not allowed to share this username and password. So this would ensure that I would have control of a certain till on that specific date, and everything that goes on with that till would be my responsibility. So in a way, this was a way of isolation of responsibilities, right? In case maybe a customer was double charged for an item, as an example, and from maybe preventing other guys from accessing my till and taking my cash, stuff like that. So you would have your own till where you can only be the one who can access it for the day or for the period that you're using it. And this is one of the most effective internal control mechanisms that you can have in a business. This was really good during my time as a cashier. And another one, which is a common one, I think you've seen this one a lot of times, where you're gonna find a security guard at the exit or entrance of the business or entity that you were making your purchases. They usually check the goods in the bag, and they check the slip and compare the two. This is your comparison and reconciliation, just to make sure that the amount of goods that are written on the receipt are the ones in the bag. This is another control. It's another control mechanism that they use so that, to mitigate the risk of maybe customers potentially adding in items which they perhaps maybe did not pay for. You've also seen cameras around shopping malls and complexes. Just another way of trying to, deter or reduce the risk of maybe someone shoplifting and stuff like that. So internal controls are not only limited to just having your security guard or your cashier. These are just some of the real life work examples that people might be facing every day. You also have your computerized internal controls. I will talk about that later on the next video that I'm going to make. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you loved the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any future content. If there's anything that you don't really understand, you want me to clear it out for you, please leave a comment on the comment section, and also comment on the next topic that you want me to do in regards to auditing.